We've been missing a little bit of motorsports over the last couple of weeks. IndyCar's off, motocross is off, NASCAR's off, NHRA's been running the last couple of weekends, so we've had that.
Not this weekend, but yeah.
Well, they ran the Night of Fire Crasher.
Oh, valid.
Yeah.
Norwalk,
Norwalk.
Night Under Fire, whatever it's called.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's allowed the Bob Pockrasses of the world, the Jeff Glucks, the Kelly Crandalls of the world that covered NASCAR and motorsports, those three basically NASCAR, to take some time off, like drivers who are overseas getting married. Tyler Reddick, Daniel Suarez taking trips to Italy, the Kyle Busch and Busch family crasher, right?
And the Larsons.
Yeah.
I mean, the Larsons celebrated 2 birthdays, both Caitlin and Kyle. And there's a lot of wine in some of those videos. I mean, and there's microphones in some of those videos. In what looks like a coliseum, Kyle Larson is standing on what looks like a table with wine in one hand and a microphone in the other. It is epic. Wow. Yeah, there's some good times happening on this break.
The video of Kyle Larson and his family those couple of days during the season when they blew out of the States to, was it London to see?
No, that was
Taylor
Paris.
Swift.
That was
Was
Paris.
it Paris? Are there no drivers taking these 2 weeks off to go see Taylor in Germany or Botswana or Australia, wherever the hell she is now?
Good point. She's been Germany and Poland. And you're right. I don't think I've seen any posts so far of drivers getting their Swiftie on.
All right. Well, my point is this, it gives us time to evaluate kicking off Richmond next weekend. Got the Knoxville Nationals, then, which is the same week, which is Saturday night, the finals, and of course Sunday's Richmond NASCAR Cup Series. We're back into it, man, and not middle of September. It's our first shot at a road course with Watkins Glen, but I digress. So Richmond's going to be the first race back for the NASCAR Cup Series. So I wanted to dive in a little bit and look at who's in right now for the NASCAR playoffs, and frankly, who's out.
There's basically 3 races to go: Richmond, Michigan, and Daytona before the playoffs are set.
Darlington
as
Yes.
well?
Darlington is the final race before the playoffs this
We
year.
have 4 races.
And
Okay.
Richie, go ahead and bring up the numbers from NASCAR.com. And if you're looking at going all the way to the top there, Richie.
Yes. Right. Oh, hello. There we go. There's the leaders.
All right. Look at that. Kyle Larson, 4 wins. Denny Hamlin, 3 wins. William Byron, 3. Bell, 3. Ryan Blaney with 2. 1 through 16. If you look at, what is that, Richie? At 13 or 12, you go all the way down to, you go to 13th where Mark Truex sits, plus 108. 0 wins. Ty Gibbs, Chris Buescher, Ross Chastain, those 4 drivers are in without wins. And frankly, yeah, do the math, man. It's a win and you're in. All these, from what I understand, every driver that has a win is now in. They're mathematically in, right? They can't be bumped. Is that right?
They're guaranteed. Because like we just determined, there's only 4 more races and there's 4 slots technically still open in the playoff count. So yeah, everybody that's won is in for sure.
Got it. All right, Richie, go to the drivers below the playoff line. Look at these drivers that aren't in. Bubba Wallace, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Busch, Todd Gilliland, Michael McDowell. And you can go, even bring in those drivers just above the line. Of those drivers, Crash, Stat, Richie, who's most likely to be sitting outside looking in come
post Darlington,
come Atlanta? Who is it? Who is it on September 8th?
So much to weigh into this.
Roll it back so we could see the names again.
So you're asking us who is most likely to be on the outside looking in?
Yes. Martin Truex, Ty Gibbs, Chris Buescher, Ross Chastain. Right now, those guys are in going into Richmond next weekend.
I'm going to say Truex is still going to be in.
A lot of those tracks you're talking about aren't great Ford tracks. So I don't know that I don't know that Chris Buescher will be in. I think Wallace will make it. He's in a Toyota, and 2311 is having a great season. They seem to be having their act together. So I think Wallace will be in. I think Buescher will fall out.
Interesting.
You got Daytona, you've got Michigan, huge tracks, and we know how Bubba Wallace has done in those tracks. We know how Kyle Busch does. in Michigan.
Yeah, I was going to say Daytona and Michigan fare well for Bubba Wallace and Kyle Busch. Nothing's a guarantee, but essentially Busch needs to win. I mean, Michigan is California Speedway of the Midwest, so just consider that for a second. And yeah, Daytona is kind of a wild card, and the guys that do well on those tracks, like we just said, the Martin Truexes, the Bubba Wallaces, the Kyle Busches, the Michael McDowells. Michael McDowell's down there as well. There's a lot to consider here. A lot.
Well, someone have some backbone. I mean, Statman, put some money down. You say Buscher. Who do you say, Crasher?
Go back to it.
Oh, damn it. You know who the hell it is.
Ty Gibbs, Chris Buescher, Ross Chastain.
Ty Gibbs is done. He's out. Ty Gibbs is out. Kick him out. That's my guy. Ty Gibbs is out.
Okay.
He's out. Done.
Who was the fourth?
How do you really feel?
Yeah, right.
NASCAR had a great, and I'm leaning on NASCAR for this, and we don't need to put that article up, but NASCAR talked about so far through 2024, the unluckiest drivers. Number one is Ty Gibbs, and I think Mark Truex is in there as well. But Ty Gibbs has had every opportunity to win a damn race or two or three, but it's just failed. I'm not saying it's his fault. We know it's a team sport, but I've got to take a stand. I'm saying Ty Gibbs. He's out. So Ty Gibbs is my guy. Statman says Buscher. Crasher?
All right, I'll go Ross Chastain. Out. Kyle Busch in.
Oh, calling your shot.
Oh man, that's a big leap right there. It's Ross Chastain that's out. He hasn't impressed me at all this year. I don't know if he's even contended for a win at all in terms of being in the top three in the last 15 laps of a race and having a chance to win without wrecking. So Ross is out. Bubba is in, and I really hope Bubba wins, and I think he can do it at Daytona. We know he's really good at the restrictor plate tracks, those super speedways, including Daytona. Finished second at Daytona 500 a couple times. So I really want Bubba Wallace to be in. I want him to be in with a win. So that's my pick.
Look, Ross Chastain, you've got Darlington as the last race before the playoffs. Ross Chastain could go all Martinsville on that damn thing.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. You know, he doesn't have to be in the top four. He's passed, 8 guys on that one Martinsville thing.
Right. So we're calling our shots. So you're saying again, Richie, who's not in?
I'm saying Ross Chastain will not make it into the playoffs this year.
All right, then I'm going to put this out there. Okay, we know who our 4 are not going to be in, who we believe are not going to be in. Who means more to the ratings in NASCAR and interest working their way through the playoffs? Kyle Busch or Bubba Wallace?
Oh,
that is a good one.
No, I think Wallace, because there are people who don't want him there, and there probably as many as want him there. So I think most people will be watching to see what happens with Wallace. Yeah, I think Kyle has burned so many bridges that nobody will be able to see through the smoke.
Crasher?
No, I think the new Kyle Busch, I think there's so many people on his bandwagon now that I think he'll do great for ratings, but I do think that Bubba Wallace will do better because of the split opinions of him. So yeah, he's sort of kind of like the old Dale Earnhardt Sr. You either love him or hate him. There's not a lot of people in the middle. The
crossover that Bubba Wallace would bring going into Phoenix, you'll have Good Morning America, Good Morning and whatever the hell they're calling it, to the Today Show. You'll have people that have no interest in NASCAR. But if a black man is sitting in the top 4 in Phoenix to win a championship, there would be people flying out on their private freaking jets to cheer this guy on.
Okay, Kenny, you said the playoffs in general, though. You didn't say the Final 4.
Listen, right. But again, all I'm telling you is if Bubba Wallace continues to advance, if it's the next race after Richmond, if it's Darlington, right? Darlington's it's
Michigan.
Darlington. It's Darlington. No, hold on a second. It's Darlington, and then the first race in the playoffs is Atlanta.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, great.
Bubba's also really good at Atlanta, too.
Yes. All right. Sorry, I took it a few weekends later than that. Yeah, I'm on I'm going to say Bubba on that one.
Yeah.
Richie, quickly.
Kyle Busch, because I think he's one of the 5 most popular drivers in the sport.
What do you think, Freak Nation? Bubba Wallace or Kyle Busch? Who's going to keep you glued to your NASCAR Cup Series? Or those who have no glue in the house? They're kind of flybys. Kyle Busch or Bubba Wallace? Freak Nation, coming up next, John Force can still win a championship even out of his race car. We explain next. Speed Freaks Pits and the Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
As your power steering pump ages, seal leaks may occur, causing the power steering system to lose fluid. Your power steering system may also develop an annoying squeal, and the steering may become more difficult to handle. By using Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak, you will stop the seal leaks, reduce slack in rack and pinion, eliminate the squeals and hard spots in your power steering system. It is guaranteed to stop seal leaks or your money back. Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak. It works.
Freak Nation, head to your local General Tire dealership now to check out the latest additions to their product lineup. The Grabber family of tires are engineered for durability and feature innovative performance features that offer all-terrain capability, blending exceptional off-road durability and impressive on-road performance, all while sporting aggressive style. For outstanding off-road performance coupled with strong street manners, look no further than General Tire. General Tire delivers for whatever you do, and the official tire of Speed Freaks since 2001.
You give.
The Bommarito Automotive Group 500 at Worldwide Technology Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Friday, August 16th and Saturday, August 17th. The race everyone talks about. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500. Only at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate Illinois.